Well, hello, church. Today we're going to look at Proverbs chapter 3, verses 21 down to 35, and we're going to try to interpret them. What do they mean? What does this mean? And we already looked at yesterday in our observations and noted that in the beginning part of the proverb, that Solomon is teaching us our relationship with the Lord, our vertical relationship with the Lord. And then he starts talking about this wisdom, which is taking that knowledge and working it out in right activity. And then starting in 21, he starts telling us what it is to wisely, to act right according to knowledge, what that looks like in relationships with people. And so it really starts to bring that out as we look at the rest of this chapter. And the rest of this chapter are really just application kind of questions that are answered and said, do it this way then. And so what are they? First of all, he says, son, don't lose sight of these. Don't lose sight of the fact that there's this vertical relationship that you need to have with the Lord. And when you have that, you need to have a certain understanding. And in that understanding, you need to give up the idea of money being a God to you, and trust the Lord and honor the Lord with your money, and not despise his discipline as his hand of a father coming to teach you these things. But you are to be blessed in acting right according to that knowledge. And he says, I don't want you to forget that. I don't want you to forget that acting right according to what you know. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. They will be life to your soul. So reflecting on who God is and what my right activity ought to be will give life to my soul. The inner man will gain strength from looking at God and looking how I ought to act because of what I know about God. It'll give life to your soul. Now, I know some of you are looking at me and you're going, it doesn't. I look at God and I look at what I'm supposed to do and I'm like, I can't do that. It drains me out. Well, that's because we haven't yet believed what the Bible says. You haven't taken this step. Take the step, and I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll apply tomorrow. But take this step, and this life that is promised here will come. Life will come, and it'll be an adornment for your neck. It'll look like life. People will start to recognize and see it. You're acting different, you're walking different, and you have a different kind of life, a different kind of power, a different kind of life. Then, it says, then you will walk securely. Then I won't worry about my foot stumbling. Then I'll lie down and not be afraid. And then I won't be afraid of sudden terror. Why? Because the Lord will be my confidence. I'll trust in the Lord with all my heart, not lean on my own understanding. All the chaos that's going off in the world, I trust him. And if he disciplines me to act better, then that's good. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of any of those things. The Lord is my confidence. He will keep my foot from getting caught. So I'm not worried. The Lord is my confidence. And that's the driving point. And when the Lord is your confidence, I won't withhold money. I'll give it to those that I owe it to. I won't hoard it and say, come back another time. I might need this. I'll just give it because I'm trusting in the Lord with all my heart. I'm honoring the Lord with the first fruits of my labors. And I'm trusting that the Lord will continue to give me finances. I won't plan evil against my neighbor who dwells securely. I won't contend with him for no reason. I won't do those things. Why? Because I'm trusting in the Lord. And when I trust in the Lord, he's not my enemy. That man over there is not my enemy. He's my neighbor. He's somebody that needs to trust in the Lord. He's somebody I don't need to fight with, argue with, contend with. He's done me no harm. I don't need to wrestle with him about it. And then it says, don't be envy of a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. Don't choose violent ways as your way. Don't try to get your way through violence. Why? Because that's devious. It's a devious way to do things. In other words, I'm not trusting in the Lord with all my heart. I'm not trusting that he's steadfast and he's faithful. I think my strength, my violence needs to get me what I need. I'm being devious. I'm devious because I'm changing the way of wisdom. Wisdom doesn't work that way. Wisdom doesn't work through violence. Wisdom works from the knowledge it has of the Lord and the right activity that it has. So I'm not going to be devious. I'm not going to envy the violent man, because a devious person, a person that tries their own power to gain things, is an abomination to the Lord. He hates them. That's abominable to him. Trust in the Lord and let him give it to you is the way to go. But the upright are in his confidence. The upright, those who trust in the Lord with all their heart, those that lean and wait for him, they're in his confidence. They're in his inner circle. They're in that group of being in right relationship with the Lord. This is amazing. Trust in the Lord, and then you'll act this way. Now, the Lord's curse is upon the wicked. So those that don't trust in the Lord, those that don't trust his steadfast love and faithfulness, God's curse remains on them. But blessed is the dwelling of the righteous, the one who does trust in the Lord with all his heart, trust in the steadfast love, the faithfulness of the Lord, trust him with his wealth and honors him with his wealth, doesn't worry about this discipline, but does what is right according to that knowledge. That person who is righteous is blessed. He's blessed in his house. He's not thrown in with the wicked. He's blessed by the Lord. He's in the confidence of the Lord. He's in that inner circle with the Lord. Towards the scorner, he is scornful. Towards the one who says, I don't need the Lord. What? Lord? No. Towards them, he goes, oh, really? Really? You don't want me? You can have what you want. And he's scornful towards them. He scorns back. They're scorning him. So don't scorn the Lord. But to the humble, he gives favor. It's grace. It's this unmerited favor. To those who humble, the steadfast love of the Lord, he should throw me away, but he's promised in covenant love not to. So I trust him. Then it's this grace that I'm receiving. And this grace is giving me the ability and the strength to act right according to the knowledge that I know. And as I act right according to the knowledge that I know, I'm acting rightly according to people that are out there. The wise will inherit honor, but the fools will get disgrace. Honor comes to those who follow the Lord. Disgrace comes to those who don't. We may not see it in this life, church, but I promise you it's coming. There's going to be a day when everybody in the entire world that has ever been born is going to be standing before God, and God's going to call his team. Say, you were in my confidence. You acted wisely. You trusted in the Lord with all your heart. You honored me with your wealth. You didn't despise my discipline. You didn't do these things to people. Come. And he's going to start calling you out, calling you out, calling you out. And the honor that you get by being called out into his group is more than what we deserve. It's more than what we deserve. And the disgrace of not being called out and cast into the lake of fire will be the worst disgrace of all. It's worse than any disgrace you might face here on planet Earth. So trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean on your understanding. Talk to you tomorrow, church, and we'll talk about specifically how to apply this. Have a good day.